Remember, Patreon supporters get to see previews and work-in-progress shots, as well as high-resolution images of the completed figures once I'm done with them. If you want to join them, all you gotta do is donate even the smallest amount. The link is in the description below. Hello up there, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with a commission for Chris. This is the first time I've made an Overwatch character. It's Genji. Yes, Genji. I know very little about Overwatch, and I don't know anything about Genji in particular, aside from the fact that he looks like a heavily cybernetic ninja. So that's what I'm gonna go with. The base figure was the Project Z from the League of Legends toy line. The Z figure is also a cyborg ninja, but he would require some extensive modding. In fact, this would probably be one of the most difficult customs I ever made, for reasons which will become apparent. The one part which was vaguely easy was the head, as this is the reason why I picked Project Z, because he actually kind of looks like Genji already with the helmet design. I just had to sculpt the ridge and, paint it up properly. I also made a scarf. It's it's really more like a bandana, but it just kind of hangs out the back of his head, so it's not really a bandana, it's just there for aesthetic appeal. It's a piece of epoxy sculpt which I sculpted into this shape. Now, the body modifications were actually really insane. First, I had to remove all the extraneous stuff, like that big scarf around the shoulders and things. And then, the Project Z figure had some asymmetries to it, which was part of its aesthetic. So I actually had to do a lot of sculpting to make the body symmetrical, and then I had to paint it. And Genji's color scheme is just colors that I do not like to paint. Various shades of light brown and gray and silver, and oh my god, this figure took me forever to paint because these colors do not work. The legs were pretty much a lost cause. I did everything I could to try and sculpt their armor symmetrical, but as you can see, the way that this guy seemed to just have one big puffy pant leg on his right leg just means that symmetry was hopeless. I hope that I can make something resembling it vaguely. The arms are probably the easiest thing to sculpt because I just had to put an extra plate of armor on there. And then, yeah, again, this incredibly annoying color scheme to paint. But once everything was painted, I reassembled the figure, and I hoped and I prayed that I got something resembling a Genji out of this. Here he is! All I can see is that bulging right thigh, and it makes me want to kill myself. But aside from that, I think I did okay. I really don't know. I really think maybe I just took on a project that was a little too ambitious this time, because I've never done anything from Overwatch before. And, these cyborg things are deceptively simple. They look like a simple aesthetic when you see the artwork and you think you can do it, but then when you actually try to make it, you realize that there's just so many little details to get wrong. And I don't know, the Project Z figure isn't even that great a figure to begin with. It's pretty mediocre. In fact, I had to do quite a bit of modifications to his joints just to keep one of his legs from falling out, because there was a big mold error in the cup down there, but that's just an assembly error. But yeah, that's Genji. I really hope that I did a satisfactory job, because I don't know, this is my introduction to making an Overwatch custom, and I don't know, I just feel like it's not my best work, but I hope it's actually good enough to meet your approval. This is Wake Angel 2001, signing off.